it going? Just looking to deposit this first.
Sure, go ahead, enter your card.
And can I also withdraw $5,000 in cash? I need to stock up on baby oil before the tariffs kick in. No, I'm just kidding. I already have so much baby oil. This is for my neighbor Bob. Bob is one of the people we raised money for in last month's charity stream. He has been my neighbor for over 5 years. His house was right across the street from mine, and he, like me, lost his house and everything else in the fire, the LA wildfires. And the evening that our houses burned down, I was in Las Vegas for CES, so I wasn't getting any text messages or alerts about anything. So I had no eyes or ears on the situation back home. Out of all my neighbors, Bob was the only one who texted me letting me know that we were being forced to evacuate at that very moment, which gave me enough time to make arrangements and have my girlfriend rescue my 2 cats from the house before our houses burned down. During all this, Bob was helping his disabled brother, who's in a wheelchair and blind, escape and evacuate that area. And in the midst of all that, he still took the time to send me that text message. And I can't help but think that if he didn't, the cats wouldn't be here right now. So I feel like I owe him one. First off, I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone who helped me raise money for him last month. It's not a lot compared to everything he's lost, but I think it's going to help soften the blow a little bit. I'm actually meeting up with him later this week to hand him the money, and he has no idea that we're doing this for him. So he is going to be in absolute shock. And he's an older guy, so he might have a heart attack. Like, legitimately. I think we're going to kill Bob. Before we continue, this video is sponsored by the HBADA E3 Pro ergonomic chair. For the last couple of months, I've been using a cheap folding chair, and my back has been none too pleased. The chair offers no support whatsoever, and the constant discomfort has made sitting at my desk a daily struggle. My posture's been all over the place, and I've felt sore no matter how I sat. It's been tough to say the least. But now my back has a glimmer of hope with the HBADA E3 Pro. This chair offers a next-level sitting experience, with quality materials and the kind of comfort that makes sitting for long hours a breeze. One of the standout features is the floating wing lumbar support, which rotates 40 degrees in either direction to give my waist targeted support. Unlike typical integrated lumbar support, this ensures even pressure distribution, preventing soreness no matter my posture. The 4D headrest is another game changer. Whether I'm sitting upright, reclining, or leaning forward, it adjusts to provide perfect neck support throughout the day, making long hours at the desk much more comfortable. The chair's armrests are incredibly versatile too. They can be moved forward, backward, left, right, rotated, and even folded up by 40 degrees, allowing me to relax my shoulders when gaming or using my phone. To maximize comfort no matter your height or body type, the backrest offers granular height adjustment, and the seat can be raised or lowered to suit your leg length. Plus, the breathable nylon mesh keeps me cool and comfortable even during long sitting sessions. There's even a retractable padded footrest when I want to keep my legs elevated. It's perfect when reclining and comfy enough for a quick power nap. On top of all that, it's a sleek, modern chair that instantly elevates the look of my humble desk setup. The minimum arm height is 27.5 inches, which fits comfortably under my desk, but it's best to check your own desk's measurements to ensure a good fit. If you're looking for a chair that offers full support and lasting comfort, the HBADA E3 Pro is definitely worth checking out. It comes with a 3-year warranty, free shipping, and a 30-day return policy. All the details are linked in the video description. Thanks again to HBADA for sponsoring this one. Now back to the main video. Now, the only reason Bob thinks that we're meeting up this week is so I can hand off a charity PC that I built for his brother Craig, who's the brother that I mentioned earlier, and also lost his place and everything he owned in the Eaton fire. He lived just down the street from us, and so I found some spare parts lying around and built him this inside of a Fantex Eclipse G360A case. It's got a Ryzen 7 7700X, 32 gigs of DDR5 memory, and a Radeon RX 6700 XT reference. One thing I had to point out and mention about this cooler, this is from PC Cooler. This is their K4BK, and they sent it to me years ago. I never asked for it. It just sat there collecting dust until I used it for this build. And I finally opened the box to find that it came included with 5 tubes of thermal paste. 5 tubes. This is insane. Not that anyone's complaining. This is an incredible bonus head. Anyone would be stoked to see this in their CPU cooler box. I don't know why. It feels insulting almost to be like, what, do you think I was gonna f up that badly on my CPU cooler install that I needed 5 tubes? You know who would be angry about this? Amazon workers, because this is more than their starting salary, okay? This is a severance package for a Foxconn employee. Anyway, I was running low, so this is great. In the meantime, I've got some other things to do today, like fix my desk situation. For the last 3 months, I've just been using that plastic folding table, which, I already bought a desk frame, which should be arriving in a couple days, and I actually have a spare tabletop. It's an IKEA Carlby. It's one of the same ones that I used for my mega desk setup at the office many years ago when I first moved in. I have a spare one, so that's gonna be going on top of the desk frame. I have to pick that up today, as well as a shelving unit that I'm gonna be putting beside the desk as a dedicated place for all of the incoming tech hardware that I have that's just been piling up up in random places in the apartment, like over here by the kitchen and the dining room, by the desks. It's just a complete train wreck. There's zero organization in this place whatsoever, so I'm hoping that once I have the desk set up and the storage area, things will look and feel a lot better in here. I got shelves for days. Oh baby, these are actually the OG shelves I used when I was living with my grandparents many years ago when I first started YouTube full time. And it worked great for holding all my tech stuff then, but once I moved into the office, I quickly outgrew them and replaced them with the U-line shelves that I'm using today. But I'm really glad I hung on to these ones because they're gonna be perfect for the apartment. Unfortunately, I don't think I can fit all of them, so I'm probably just gonna bring this one. It's 2 feet by 4 feet. So shelving is all honky-dory, but we may have a problem with the desk. It may be too long to fit in my car. It's 74 inches. I didn't think it was that long. I thought it was closer to like 65, 66, but it's 74 inches long, and I don't really know if my little car can fit it. 74, give us 74. 69. Nice, but not even close. Well, I'm totally screwed right now, and to be honest, there's only one thing I can think of to possibly do right now, but I don't like doing it. It's not a good look, it's embarrassing, and it affects my mental health. But when I'm at my ends rope and completely out of options, I'll do it. Call mom.
Sure, calling mom. Hi, Annie.
Hey. So I'm at the office right now, and I was trying to load up my car with a desktop, like a tabletop, but it doesn't fit, and I was wondering if it would fit in your car.
Oh, do you want me to measure something?
Yeah, if you have a measuring tape.
Do you need to know the length all the way across?
Yeah, like the length if with your seats down.
Length is about, when I can close the door, it's about 69 inches.
69?
Mm-hmm.
Dang.
Probably do 70.
My table is 74 inches.
What if I moved the front seat all the way to the front? I actually have 78 inches with my my passenger side seat all the way forward. So I have 78 inches there.
Okay, it sounds like it'll work. Are you free on Friday?
Oh, I'm free Friday.
Okay, sweet, sounds good, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Love you.
Love you too, bye.
Bye.
Okay, she's not that bad. I'm mad at myself for not doing this sooner because it feels so much better in here. Finally getting organized in this space is just a huge sigh of relief, and I'm so glad that I finally did it. I got a haircut. It's been 3 months since I've had a haircut, which actually tracks because this week is the 3-month anniversary of my house burning down. So, you know, haircut kind of got put on the back burner, maybe for a little too long. But I was at the barber shop today, first time ever being there. I was talking to the barber, and he was telling me about all these female fitness influencers that he follows for their big ideas. You know, he said that a lot of their views are down, their engagement isn't what it used to be. So he's noticed this trend where a lot of them have started turning to God and taking this religious angle with their content. I said, they're not getting closer to God, they're getting closer to 40. Which was just a dumb joke, but it made me think about where I'm headed with my work and just life in general. I had mentioned in a previous update video that this whole situation with my house doesn't feel like I have to start over, but that I get to start over. And that still rings true for me today. You know, I've been doing a lot more of these lifestyle vlogs and sprinkling tech into them, and I've really been enjoying that a lot. It seems like you guys like it too, which is great. You may have noticed that I've kind of pivoted to doing more small form factor content on the PC side because I just can't afford to have mid towers and larger cases in here. It's just a much smaller space. The DIY projects around the apartment are great, but eventually that's going to slow down because there's only so much I can do here. I do have some plans on where to go next that I'm looking forward to sharing with you soon, but you know, I wish I could tell you that I've got huge things in store and epic plans around the corner, but the fact of the matter is that I'm still figuring it all out. It's been a challenge to just pick up the camera and hit record when I don't know exactly where I'm going or, you know, without a grand vision. It's been a difficult but rewarding challenge to just give myself permission to not have it all figured out before I start something. So yeah, I guess I just wanted to touch base with you guys on that because it's been a while since we did this. You know, I wanted to check in with myself as well. I think putting my thoughts into words like this helps me understand and see where I'm headed, where I'm at and where I'm headed more clearly. So thanks for the free therapy. Tomorrow should be fun. I am headed to the office again, this time with my mom to pick up that tabletop and a few other things for the desk. And then I'll be meeting up with Bob to give him $5,000 in cash and a ride to the ER. Oh my God, is that Kyle's mom? can you sign my butt?
What are you doing?
I'm vlogging. Hey, don't do that.
Kyle.
You said you'd always be supportive. That doesn't seem supportive.
Yeah.
The monster, huh?
This is the beast. But yeah, this is Craig's PC. It's pretty straightforward as well. Open this box and you'll see that there's a power cable in there for him.
Okay.
Yeah, that's a power cable.
All right.
The envelope's actually for you. It's a little bit of a little gift.
Oh.
Yeah.
Cool. I hope it's $500,000.
Not quite.
What's this?
Not quite. My community and we did a little fundraiser just to help you out in some small way.
Me?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
why?
man. I mean, dude, you basically saved my cats by sending me that text message telling us to
no.
evacuate. That's $5,000.
Oh no.
Yeah, this is from my community. We did a fundraiser. It's already a done deal. It's already
Oh,
already
man.
yours. So
Thank you.
yeah, dude. I owe my cats' lives to you, dude. My girlfriend was able to rescue the cats right after you sent that text message, and then, as you know, a few hours later, our houses were gone.
Yeah.
And I was in Vegas. I know our neighbors, but you were the only one that I was able to contact that reached out to me, letting me know, get the hell out of there.
I don't know. There's people. I try to help whoever I can.
Yeah.
If you're in my path,
No, I really appreciate it.
Oh, good. Thank you, man. Man, I didn't expect this. Are you sure? Because I
Dude,
don't want.
I'm more than sure.
All right. Cool. Jeez.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you.
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Mom, why do you love being on camera so much?
Don't.
Why are you so obsessed with being in my vlog?
Honey, I'm gonna eat now.
Make your own videos. All you can eat, baby. How many pieces do you think you can eat?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Just that? Why are we at all you can eat? Why did we come here? We got the tabletop in here. I don't even know if I realized this until just now, but this is straight out of the box. This has never been unboxed. I bought this 5 years ago, and I just now took it out of the box for the very first time. So we're talking about a brand spanking new desktop. This is the desk frame that I got from Vivo. It's a dual motor standing desk. It's gonna fit the tabletop just fine. Again, we're talking about 74 inches long and 2 feet deep. This is actually a little bit more narrow than the plastic desk that I'm using. The folding desk is actually 30 inches deep, and I'm gonna miss some of that depth, to be honest, but I'll take it in exchange for a little bit more room on this side of the apartment because we're pretty space constricted here, and I do eventually want to put like a nice lounge chair, just an accent chair on the side of the coffee table, so that'll help free up a little bit more space. The other reason I'm not too concerned is because I also bought some monitor desk arms to push the monitors back against the wall as close as possible, so I'll have enough room for peripherals and all that sort of thing. The cable management tray that I got is insane. This is 51 inches long. My little hand for scale, it is mucking massive. It's full metal. It's got a nice big open tray, plenty of cutouts, tons of cable ties all along the back. It screws into the bottom of the desk with 8 screws, and they do have a shorter version of this. I'll link that in the description in case you're interested. And then over here, we've got some other desk accessories. These are the desk monitor arm mounts that I was talking about. We got a dual headphone hook that goes under the desk, a fingerprint reader to make logging into Windows much easier, and this is very important, a USB-C hub along with a power button, because the case that I'm gonna be using for my personal build at this setup is none other than the N-Case M2 Grader, which has 0 I/O except a power button at the back. There's no USB ports or anything else other than what's on the motherboard. So having those accessories, the hub and power button, are gonna make things much, much easier. And then we also have a card reader, putting that under the desk as well, power strip, all the necessary cables, and a felt mouse pad in dark gray, which I think is gonna pop. I'm gonna be using white peripherals, Logitech Pro X Superlight 2, and a Keychron Q5 Max, which I absolutely love. And finally, this is gonna be a dual monitor setup. So I've got this 32-inch Asus ROG Swift 4K 240 Hz OLED display. Next to it, I've been using this 32-inch LG IPS display that's 165 Hz, but it's IPS. So while I was at the office today, I also brought this Corsair OLED display. This is 2K. It's a bit smaller at 27 inches, but I'm gonna mount it vertically, which I think is gonna fit the space a bit nicer. And also, like I said, it's OLED, so the color reproduction should match the 4K OLED a bit better. Let's get to work. It looks so good and fits the space so well. I love it. A couple honorable mentions. So we got the fingerprint reader here in the USB hub. I really like this USB hub a lot more than I thought I would. First of all, it's matte black and it's got these really sharp edges. It looks super clean. It almost looks like it's built into the desk. A lot of the USB hubs, I don't know why they're like space gray and they have like rounded edges and they suck. This one looks really, really good, so I just wanted to point that out. The cable management tray is just as terrific as I thought it would be. It fits everything. We've got a couple power bricks in here for the monitors, a 6-outlet power strip, and a bunch of other cables that are just being eaten for breakfast by this thing. It's so massive. I highly recommend it regardless of which size you choose. Obviously, the PC is not built yet, so we're gonna have to do that. Why don't we talk about the parts really quick? I'm just gonna speed through this. AMD Ryzen 7 9800X 3D, Asus ROG Strix B850i gaming Wi-Fi motherboard, 48 gigs of crucial DDR5 memory at 5600. I ordered 6000 speed, but they gave me a 5600 kit. We're just gonna move forward with it, whatever. Our boot drive's a 2TB WD Black SN770. It's only PCIe Gen 4, but that's okay with me. I am gonna add a second drive. I'm actually gonna steal it from the Velcro Pro build, which I believe is a 4TB. I think it's a 4TB MP700 from Corsair. That'll be just our working drive for video editing and stuff. Power supply is the Thermaltake 1000 watt SFX unit. This is a true SFX, not SFXL, but SFX. And I wanted to get the Corsair one because that's usually the one I go with. It's a more reputable brand for SFX PSUs, but they're all sold out right now. They can't keep them on the shelf. So I'm gonna roll the dice on this one. It had good reviews. We'll see how it goes. And then for cooling, the Liquid Freezer 3 280 Black from Arctic. And I'm gonna be swapping the included fans with some P14 Maxes, as well as a couple slim fans for the case. Oh, and I also can't forget to install or connect our external power button. Well, I saved the GPU for last. You probably could tell from that 1000-watt PSU that we're going with an RTX 5090. This is the FB. I mean, I have one, so I might as well use one. It would be cruel of me to just let it collect dust. So we're gonna be using that, which should fit inside of the M2 just fine. There's a bunch of different layouts and configurations that you can do for this case. GPU on top versus vertical versus horizontal, and then AIO wherever you want. So I'm gonna mess around with it, see what makes the most sense, and we'll see how it goes. Oh my god, it looks so clean! It came out looking so good, so good. I really like building in this case. There's so much flexibility with the mounting system on the back. You can really just create whatever layout you want and reposition things. The CPU, GPU, motherboard, and even the AIO can be in a multitude of different configurations. As you can see, I have opted for a vertical GPU layout. I just like the way it looks and stuff, and it's pretty good for cooling. I did have to purchase a riser cable separately in order to do this, so bear that in mind. I'll put a link for that in the description. This is a PCIe Gen 5 cable, and so far no issues, but it's still pretty early. I did also add a cute little GPU stand to eliminate sag, and this is actually a great little stand if you have a really tight clearance space, but you still want to get rid of any GPU sag. It's a great fit for builds like this. And then one thing that I didn't get to do with this build was install that slim fan at the bottom, just because I overlooked how thick this bad boy of a radiator is. It's much thicker than a standard AIO, and that pushes the PSU down, and the cables coming out of the PSU are just interfering with whatever fan you would put down there. So that's okay. The more I look at this case, the more I realize it's just an open air frame. There's so much ventilation on every side, and look at the back. The back is just like wide open, so I'm not too concerned with thermals. Obviously, I haven't done any testing on this yet, but let me know if that's something you'd like to see. I think it matches the desk setup perfectly. It looks so good. It's in the standing orientation right now. You can see I also added a treadmill and a couple weights because my fat ass has not done an ounce of exercise since the house burned down, and that needs to change. I'm getting way too chonk, but at any rate, I couldn't be happier with how this turned out. It just looks so good. Everything's so clean. It feels so good, especially with the storage and stuff. Oh, it feels so good. It feels so good. Thank you very much for watching this one. I do appreciate it. Stay tuned for more content coming at you really soon, and I will see y'all in the next video.